how's it going, everyone? Mike Bradley here with Chris Bradley behind the camera. Back again for another video in the backyard. Today we really just want to do a gear video for my gear and everything that I pretty much carry in my pack, because we really don't go into my gear or our gear that much in our videos. So today, I just wanted to run through what I carry inside my pack pretty much at all times, swapping some things in and out with the axes and some sleeping bags given the season. Pretty briefly, I'm not going to go into detail on any of these products because there's plenty of reviews that stand alone on YouTube already. Alright, so let's just go ahead, get right into this. Right here with this axe right here, it is the Council Tools, Boys Axe, 24 inches with the 2 1/4 pound head. The sheath wasn't included, actually. We had to buy the sheath after, and we'll put what that is in after. I can't think of it, what it is off the top of my head. Right when I got it, I, treated the handle with linseed oil. It's a good splitter for when you're out there at not a terribly heavy weight at 2 1/4 pounds on the head. It's pretty reliable, and if the handle ever breaks, which it won't because it's hickory, not that it won't, but I don't think I'll ever break it, you can just replace it. Not me, but somebody else. And moving on, we will talk about this Estwing axe right here. I like to change these out because, as you can see, this one's a little shorter and it does fit in my backpack, so out of sight, out of mind. But this is the Estwing Camper's Axe. It's like 16 inches long. It came with the sheath, and I love it. It's like full tang, probably, all the way down to in here somewhere with the rubber handle. It feels, really no different than this axe, and this axe really feels great. We'll go to the Gerber Freeman's Guide right here. I'm gonna hold the mic right here while I go ahead and pop this bad boy open for you. I don't know if Chris Bradley is seeing this situation, but just want to get that out. And so this thing is great. It's got I'd say like a 3.5 inch handle. 3.5 inch blade, like 4-inch handle. And it's not the biggest bushcraft knife, but it's so comfortable. It's probably more of a hunting knife or a skinning knife. I really bang it up. I baton with it. I do all my small carving with it. It takes all the abuse that I give it. So moving on, again, we are just going to move right here to my foldable saw. And it's super packable, super lightweight, field and stream. We love that. I have a whole review on this saw on the channel, so if you want to see anything about this saw in detail, you can just go ahead and click that video. We'll put the link in the description. And so moving on, we could just kind of jump around. Let's go to shelter. What I have all my gear laid out on right now is the Bushcraft Outfitters 10x10 tarp in coyote brown or whatever, tan, whatever they're classifying this color as. And I've only slept under it one night in April, and it kept me safe all night. There was pretty high wind all night, so I did a square arch. We have a video on that as well if you're interested in seeing that. In retrospect, would have gone with the 12x12, but so far I've had no problems with the 10x10. I think is a great buy. And then what I use the other pretty much 75% of the time is the Marmot Tungsten 1P right here, which stands for one person. It is a 4-pound tent. I just put it on the scale. It's advertised under 3 pounds, but with the tent stakes, with the footprint, with the bag, it is 4 pounds on the money. It keeps the rain away. I could assemble it in under 5 minutes easily. It's freestanding, and it's two-stage or whatever that's called. So it's got the bug net, and then it's got the separate rain fly. Again, that's a good bang for your buck tent. I'm not sure the exact price. I think it's in the upper 100s, but good, pretty lightweight tent to get you in the game. Let's go ahead and move on to sleep systems, guys. Up here we have this crappy Amazon Eco Pro LW210 sleeping bag. It's rated at 50 degrees, which is fine in the muggy summers in New York. I haven't had any issues with that. I think it's pretty true to its word. I even, will get a little hot with it when I'm sleeping on my sleeping pad. Sometimes I'll just sleep, with it over like a blanket, like a quilt, or just wrapped up to the side of me, cuddling it, because I like to get my cuddle on. Moving on, we will go to the Climate Static V sleeping pad. This is not the insulated version. This is just the regular version. It was super cheap. I got it on a drop shipping site. It's lightweight. It's like 18.7 ounces. It's super packable in my pack. It's good for side sleepers. It's got a good amount of air in there. I've never, woke up and been touching the floor. It holds its air, and if you need to adjust it, you just give it a blow right there in the corner. It's pretty, it says, say, on the pack, I just read very quickly, it says it blows up in 10 to 15 breaths. I don't find that to be true, and 10 to 15 breaths, no, that's just not the truth. Not pleased with that, but I am pleased with the way I sleep in it, which is why I continue with it. Moving on, this is the Riki Tiki pillow gifted to me by Chris Bradley himself a couple years ago. It's just an air pillow. This one is actually one of the quick inflatables, 2 breaths, and this thing is inflated, and the stuff pack stores inside it. So that's, again, like, you're not going to lose the stuff pack, the really small stuff pack it comes with, and it doesn't weigh anything. So I actually really like the Riki Tiki pillow a lot. It's a good buy. And that sleep system interchanges with a couple of sleeping bags that, we'll show on the screen right now. I have the Cosmic Kelty, the 20-degree Cosmic Kelty, and a Coleman Dexter's Point 30-degree bag. This is part of my comfort station. I think I should have talked about it here, but this is just a sit pad. It is made from a Field & Stream half-inch closed-cell foam pad that I cut in half. And that's it. Now I have infinite sit pads. I have so many sit pads that I can make from that closed-cell foam pad now. PPE. I have, personal protective equipment, which I tried to all, put over here. And that is my Giver gloves. I'll just pick these up so I'm not reaching over. The brand is Giver, so see if you could see that. I touched the fire with them. They're just some nice leather-bound gloves that they were given to me by a cousin of mine. And with protecting the hands comes protecting the eyes. We are big on safety glasses here at Bradley Brothers Bushcraft. We never want to see anybody get hurt, especially ourselves. Eye protection.
We are trying to hurt ourselves usually.
If we can avoid it, we do. Next up is my obligatory first aid kit. There's really nothing in there except Band-Aids, a couple of bigger Band-Aids, maybe some gauze, and some bacitracin, and a little bit of Advil. If anything serious were to happen to me and Chris Bradley out in the woods, we are not okay. Send a helicopter. Anything else on PPE? Yeah, my bag cover is stored in the bottom of my backpack. It's stuffed in, I don't know if you see, there's zipper compartments down there, but the bag cover is on a loop in there, so it's on a quick access. And last but not least, in the PPE, or emergency rain, or emergency, I don't know, whatever, that was just how I classified it, is this quick all-weather emergency poncho. Probably not recommended if you know you're going to get rain. If you're looking at the weather forecast and you know you're going to get rain, I would say take out a real rain jacket. I usually just take this if there's no rain in the forecast, and I haven't had to use it yet, clearly, because it's still in the bag. And then, obviously, toiletries, but they are not on the tarp because I didn't want to clutter it. But usually, just for toiletries, I carry some toilet paper, my toothbrush, a little bit of toothpaste, and this hand sanitizer right here. You got to have the hand sanitizer for when you're done doing your business or for when you're going to eat or anything like that. If the homie needs a squirt, you got to squirt him. We'll move on to food right here. We'll move on to this sector right here. I got the Ollie Camp stainless steel a little pot. It carries about 2.5 cups of liquid, and I love this thing. It is the only pot I use and I've ever used. See, it's all scorched on the bottom, and I carry a rag in there at all times because the rag is so multifunctional out in the bush, along with, that's what the rag and the buffer for. The buffer's so multifunctional. But staying with food, at the moment, I got my kuksa right here. This was, again, a cheapo thing. Got it on Amazon. It allows me to drink my coffee and still feel crafty. And I have the Sawyer Mini Squeeze right here. A lot of people do not like the Mini Squeeze, but I like it in green. I like the Sawyer Mini in green. Wouldn't recommend it in blue. That's a joke, obviously.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But the flow rate, yeah, it's not as fast as any other water filter, but it's really fine. Like, I don't know, I'm never in a rush out there. Never have I felt rushed in the woods, so I'm fine with that. And I think not last, but this is my Human Gear Uno. Again, I have another video where I go into detail about this little thing. I call him Spoony Fork. because it's a spoon and a fork. It's made from recycled materials, people. It's made from recycled materials. And last but not least, in the food section is my lightweight dry sack, 10 liters. It's just a food hang bag. We currently do not have a bare canister, so this 70D ripstop nylon waterproof roll top and buckle closure bag from REI, not a sponsor, can get the job done, but I have had some trouble in the past. You'll see. And so let's do fire. So I'm going to come over around here. This is a little homemade fire kit that I made with various items from Black and White Fire Starter, and it all stays waterproof in here. Along with, this is, some fibers from a fallen tree that were super dry, just roasting in the sun one day. Me and Chris Bradley, we harvested like a good amount of that, and I just keep some of that in a snack bag right there. Next to some more Black and White Fire Starter. This is the classic Black and White Fire Starter on his Etsy shop, and this thing, again, you don't need the whole thing. I think this has lasted me like 4 or 5 fires. Next, we got the bellow right here. This really helps when getting your fire started in maybe wet conditions or restarting your fire. Put it in your mouth and you blow at the hot coals. And that's it. It's a wind machine. It really is. I think this thing was like 68 cents and I love it. Obviously, we have the big 3 right here for fire starting. Matches, a lighter, and a ferro rod with a striker. I always carry these 3 because 3 ways of fire is responsible. 2 is 1, 1 is none. You know the saying. So you got to carry all 3. Now we're getting to the miscellaneous list, which was paracord, headlamp. It's black diamond. Not really sure what the model number is or what the model is, but maybe we'll get that. And then this is my power bank. It is the Power Ad. I would never carry it out for a multi-day trip, but for overnight, it's fine. Alright, and I think that about does it for everything that goes inside my bag. That would probably bring us to the actual bag. It is the REI, a little awkward there, REI Ruck 40, that means it's 40 liters. They no longer make this model. They've since rebranded to the recycled materials, so you could still get the Ruck 40. It's just made of recycled materials now. Do I love it? No. I don't love it. Do I like it? Yeah, sure, I like it. It fits all the stuff I need in there. 40 liters is plenty of room for me. It's got plenty of storage and like quick access pouches, which I like a lot. Organization, I really like in my bag. Things I don't like are it weighs probably like 4 pounds. So I would like a lighter weight backpack. But this has everything you need. It's got the frame, it's got the hip belt, and I got it at an REI garage sale. That's why that white X is on there. So I got it at a discounted price. So you could see why I picked this up. Ugh, and last but certainly not least, let's put them right here. The Merrills. I don't know what they're called, I'm going to be honest. They're the 3-season ones. They say waterproof. Are they truly waterproof? Who knows? Only time will tell. Next we got the Ultra Timp 1.5s with the gator traps. And they're great because if you get them wet, they will dry off very quickly. They're lightweight on the feet, and they have good traction. And I have used them on a lot of hikes. I've actually went out in them multiple times. No complaints there. I think I will keep using them. So, I think we are going to wrap this up. I think it's been a pretty informative video for hopefully everyone out there. Hopefully an informative video for everyone out there. Thank you for sticking around and watching and seeing what I carry around in my bag. I did this because I think that the gear that I have is a good example of alternative gear to some of the higher price stuff out there that you see other YouTubers maybe push on their channels from brands like Nemo and Tensor and stuff like that. So go ahead, take a look at my gear. It gets the job done for me. I'm certainly not saying it'll get the job done for you, but I love pretty much everything on this tarp. So from me and Chris Bradley and everybody here at Bradley Brothers Bushcraft, have a great night.